Bronze, bronze, bronze. Except not as much today. Today is fine wood time. It is time to chop down a bunch of fine wood. Get ourselves some good stuff. Get a portal set up so that we can get real good access to wood. I can just set the portal up in here for now. It's a good spot right between those two torches there. Okay. Carrots! Look at these! Ah, the carrots are ready. Let's get the cultivator. Did I put it in here or do I have it up in the... I have it in the crafting area. Why did I do that? Do I have it in the crafting... Huh? Do I have a new tool chest? I must. Oh my god. I'm all over the place. We're getting run levels by doing this. Or run EXP, I should say. There it is. Carrots. Yes. Okay, we got 24 carrots, so we can just plant 15 of these straight out. That's 15. And now we have... we have some soup to work with. Not too much, but we do. We got plenty of mushrooms for that, too. 3. Suppose I could also do some boar jerky. What's the health in this? 35, 15. Okay, that's 14. Right. I could work off of carrot soup, queen's jam, and boar jerky. Let's get through all of the necktails and stuff before. I'm gonna have the carrot soup just in case I get into a situation. Just in case, you know. Just in case. But right now, it's fine wood time. Oh yes. Hello, bird. Yeah. I'm gonna keep some trees up for aesthetic purposes, like that birch is glorious. But there's already a felled birch here. Let's take that shit out. We need plenty of fine wood. This oak is cool, but it's just not as good as the birch, right? So that oak is already better. That birch is really good too. This oak can go. Oh, it was already on its way out, it seems. What the... Where did that log come from? Was that, like, inside the tree? What the hell is going on, dude? Okay, we got plenty of fine wood now. We have enough for a portal pair, which is very nice. There, feathers in the crafting area, right. Ooh. Let's do this portal pair specifically for mining purposes. And let's grab 20 eyes. Set this one up. Let's get the feathers back and then we can sleep. So this is all going to be about going back to the mining operation. Running back is going to be easy, but actually returning to the mine operation, that's going to be better if we just portal there. That's going to make this initial bronze grind continuation just so much more efficient. Yeah, let's sleep here. Now I'm going to head out to the usual copper mining spots that we got going on. Set the portal down. Alright, let's head on over. Ooh, raining? Don't like that. Oh, I'm heading the wrong direction. I keep thinking this is north for some reason. Oh well. Oh, it's going to be so much better when we have reliable access to 2 stam. Honestly, 2 stam 1 balanced is like ridiculous. Especially because I have so much armor right now. I'm not going to be going into the swamp really. Even if I did, once I'm fully kitted up, it's not going to matter. The quality 3 bronze that gear popping off. Okay. Gotta head in here. Oh. Hello. Comfortably one-shotting those guys now. I love that. So we got 2 pieces of copper in there, and also some wood. Could just portal back with the non-portables, or the portables, I should say, and then just have the most efficient metal haul. The tree really dampened that damage on the 3rd hit there. That was annoying. Axes, man. One-handed axes. That is so unfortunate. Okay, here we are. Here's this copper, and then there's that copper, so let's just set up a bench in a portal, so if wherever we can, really. Cool. Okay, well, the portal was magnificent because I forgot the pickaxes, because of course I did. Portal already having good use. Now we might as well just put some mats in here just for decorational use if I want. Resin, we got plenty of that back. Whoops, I accidentally put away the Queen's Jam. Stone and eyes. Let's get the pickaxes. And now we can repair it too. So if I wanted to, I could just have the 1 antler pickaxe and just pop off here. But, I mean, eventually even so, it's going to be so efficient to have the bronze pickaxe. And I will be getting that. Might as well just eat my, whatever food as soon as it's ready. Just keep that as much efficient as possible, and it's totally outclassed at the moment, so it's fine to just get the most out of it. Mmm, 3 copper on that one. I love that. I love when they give you 3. That is so nice, dude. Oh, 2 from that? Excellent. Nah, I should be on top of that. Oh man, one of these days I hope we get a weapon that scales off your pickaxing skill. That would be so sick. Especially considering there's some biomes where pickaxing is not used in a way where you would level up the pickaxing skill, like plains. Or used sparingly, like Mistlands. I think I'll utilize this portal here to just keep all of my my stone. Just get this big stone stockpile up now. That's just a good idea for stonecutter shenanigans later on. Where we at? Okay. I'm surprised nobody's aggroed on me. Yeah, nothing. Workbench does despawn a certain air radius, but that's surprising. I almost discarded a stone out of habit. Oh no. So recently I've figured out that there were more modern ATB turn-based games out there, you know, some classic JRPGs that were made modern. Well, not remade modern, but, you know, just taken to the next level with modern tech, modern platforms, but still in that style. Kind of glorious, honestly. And I wanted to see if they did it right, because there's a lot of nostalgia washing over people's minds when they make these games and go back and play them. And the analysis is, quite frankly, very, very bad. People have a really warped idea of what made some of these games really good, and it really, really showed in the more modern one, the most modern one that I was interested in. It's called Lost Sphere. It's well, it's interesting. It's got that ATB style. You've got positioning, and you can see, you know, where the AOE's are gonna be. It's like, it's so strategic with these AOE's and damage and stuff. And you got some like additional effects like healing and different types of damage and healing and different types of damage. And do you see where the problem lies? You know, it was many years ago when I first made a Pokemon team to my liking. Pokemon Sapphire was my first one, and then Emerald shortly afterwards. And my whole idea behind these games at the time was, how do I just maximize damage with all of these different typing and you know, maybe if there's like something that can heal you, then, you know, I'm gonna think about the things that heal you. Like your full restores and shit. Or your hyper potions. Stockpile up on those types of things. And damage and healing is all that I thought about. Final Fantasy IV, the original Final Fantasy IV, which was brought over here and mistranslated as Final Fantasy II because of just how good it was compared to the actual Final Fantasy II. That game was released in 1991. It had far more strategy than what Lost Sphere has. Even with all of its AoE and its positioning, there is way more depth in its concepts and decision making. The actual result of what you were doing in each boss fight, in each fight, was much better than literally just Babby's first Pokemon team. I'm just gonna go for the best damage and the best healing. And of course, Pokemon is way more than that, even such, with its RPG mechanics and the different types of shit that you can do. You know, status effects, team structures surrounding very specific abilities, and moves that have really good secondary effects. Secondary benefits, people. Secondary benefits is huge. And there are actions in these Final Fantasy, early Final Fantasy games with ATB that are specifically all about these really unique support, control, and utility options, which are just fundamentally lacking from Lost Sphere. And I realized why they were fundamentally lacking. The game wanted to be inspired by Chrono Trigger, which also is very, very lacking in those types of mechanics. Very lacking. Extremely lacking. Like, I was wondering why, when I was younger, that I had played it and then, like, returned it back to GameStop when I was done. And it's just not as mechanically engaging as a classic Final Fantasy. It just isn't. You know? Like, it just does not have support, control, or utility options to spice things up and to dominate the battlefield and to really settle things in with buffs, debuffs, and all sorts of weird options. No, 99% of that game is just, oh, we're gonna smack him combo, we're gonna smack him in this type of AoE, we're gonna smack him with a cool flare, we're gonna smack him with a different damage type. And that gets real fucking boring, real fucking fast for me. Real boring. And I was just, like, I couldn't do it. I could not stand it. Once I was done, you know? I could say I played it, but it's done. No thank you. And so I look at a game that came out in 2018, Lost Sphere, that falls down the same pitfalls. Like, okay, you wanted to be faithful to the original, but at what fucking cost? You wanted to gather a nostalgic feel, but at what cost? And then you look at the previous game developed by this subsidiary of Square called, like, Tokyo RPG Inc. or something. I Am Setsuna. The game is $10 cheaper than Lost Sphere. Both of them seem like they're overpriced. I don't know how interesting it is, but it's like Setsuna, there's already, like, hastes and slows and, like, provoke and things. There's already unique shit that's going on. And so I see that and I'm like, oh my god. You were right there. In your previous installment, you had more interesting mechanics and more depth to the strategy already. Right there. But we wanted to be more nostalgic, and so we cut away at the depth. And I didn't even know that there was a standby mechanic on I Am Setsuna, because the guy that I was watching did not use standby at fucking all. You know, it's the most basic emergent gameplay strategy surrounding these games that any of these classic gamers would be able to do is keep people on standby and use custom combos from there. I Am Setsuna evolves on the traditional JRPG turn-based ATB formula by adding in these positioning moves and AoEs and combos. And you'd think even just the neuron activation of combo abilities, you would say, okay, well, I'm going to leave somebody on standby. You would think because enemies are going to act and you don't know initially when they're going to act and what frequency or what move or how much damage they're going to do, that you would have somebody on standby so that you can heal and keep with the potential damage output. No, this motherfucker did not do that. And the only way that I could tell that there was ATB standby, which is key to the ATB system. It is quality of life and mechanical depth at the same time. The only way is by sheer chance of two characters' ATB meters filling up at the same time. And I saw the indicator arrows that showed me, hey, we are going to, you know, we allow you to have members on standby. We allow you to customize your turn order to whichever you want, whichever is tactical and mechanically incentivized at the moment. That could change in all manner of ways at a moment's notice. Like, that's sick, okay? That's amazing. And this guy just did not use it at all. Even though the most neuron activation, basic Babby's first, Babby's first Pokemon team style of strategy being, let's get the coolest, biggest damage on board, in the Setsuna combo abilities or the Chrono Trigger combo abilities. Not even that had this guy playing on standby. That is worse than your stereotypical games journalist. Okay, there's a lot of Redditors and shit that will go and they'll say like, oh, ATB, there's a reason why they went into Final Fantasy X style. And it's like, well, no, there's a reason why Final Fantasy X style didn't stick around for Final Fantasy in the future. It didn't stick around at all because it was literally just a downgrade from ATB in terms of tactical ability. It's oh my god, like not being able to have somebody on standby. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you being serious right now? That's just less custom combo order, less tactical ability, less freedom in mechanical choice than being able to just swap your character around. Even if you can swap around to your whole entire party, it doesn't matter because even though the turn order can change, it's not going to be as combo friendly. It is not going to be as nuanced, as tactically freeing, and as interesting as your turn-based ATB. It just isn't. It just is not. No, doesn't. And so we went backwards for 10. And of course people were, upset with that at first. But, people playing over time. People playing with nostalgia. People going for this and not actually, going in with even a shred of thought into it. They're like, oh yeah, no, it's like this. And then we go backwards from Chrono Trigger in the same way, and it seems like people are just mashing. Like, it doesn't matter. Just, the character is ready. I have to push the button now. I have to do it. It has to be done. It's, I can't do it any other way. It has to be right now. Give me a fucking break. That is ludicrous. So yeah, just like the state of nostalgia in these old games is atrocious. The state of the mechanical depth that comes from a lot of nostalgia, just smooth brain activity, is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And it's like, when you go backwards in a JRPG, these are already relatively simplistic styles of game compared to strategically wise, like the depth and simplicity that like even an action system would provide. And I don't want an action system on my JRPGs. I want an action system on my action games. My JRPGs, turn-based ATB is the way to go. That is the way to go. But you look at the depth, and it's like, oh, well, okay. You know, I can just think about positioning and spacing all day long, playing a game as relatively mechanically simple as your Valheim. You know, but even then, with damage on top, there is still all of this utility, and then there's supporting abilities, and then, you know, there's damage that has good secondary effects that control enemies, and, you know, just putting this good AoE that we have to think about as well. And if these games of the past like can't reckon with the fact that they're being outclassed at all fronts, every single front, then it's like, oh, what do you think? You're worth fucking $50? Are you kidding me? $50? No, get that shit out of here. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, Lost Sphere, I'm not playing that. I will, if I Am Setsuna goes on sale, I'll play that, because at least there's like interesting buffs and debuffs and utility in that. It's like, come on. One of the most basic things that you could do. Have buffs, debuffs, and utility? Really? Barely to no existence? Oh my god. Can't do that. I can't do that. I can't play that. I can't support that. I will never support that. You come to me with a system that's supposed to be very tactical, in that we are cutting the action out of it in order to provide a scope and a scene for more tactics, and then you take the tactics out. You incurred a negative and a change in medium in order to be more tactical, and then you become less tactical? Goodbye. That's all I have to say. It's like, that's unacceptable design. Ta-ta. Take care. Nope. It's a big fat no. You know, this is one of the reasons why I don't play the more recent Pokemon games too. Not interested in it. It becomes easy enough where what's mechanically incentivized is just Babby's first Pokemon team. And I'm just not going to play that. I just ain't going to play it. I need more. They can't just keep designing these games as if they're going to be somebody's first Pokemon game. We have 9 generations now. That's ludicrous. And it feels like they definitely jumped the shark with Gen 7. They definitely did. That was the beginning of the end. Very comfortably the beginning of the end. And yeah, they're still getting all the sales and stuff, but again, that's just another good example of how nostalgia is just blinding people. I know some people are going to say Pal World, but no. Just no. Not going to do that. That one's not as interesting either. Again, for the same reason that I don't like Lost Sphere. Not enough depth to the tactics. You know, when a game has a lot of meta discussion around it, like with Pal World and stuff, Hogwarts Legacy had a lot of meta discussion. Trying to think what else. Dragon's Dogma 2 has a lot of meta discussion, you know what I mean? These types of games, even if there's a bunch of meta discussion, if they are very good, they will have a lot of top quality games discussion about the actual game. They will have a lot of praise about the actual experience come out. It will break through the mold of meta discussion, and there will be actual games discussion about the real experience of the game. And none of what I've seen from Dragon's Dogma 2 has been positive, which is tragic. I've seen literally no discussion breaking through the meta for Hogwarts Legacy, even though it's like over a year old now, or whatever, however old it is. Zero discussion. I've seen no discussion for it. Let's see. Do I go at gear? Yeah, I think I do. No discussion. Imagine that. No discussion. That's so strange. So, it's probably not very good, huh? Not anything really worth talking about, right? That's a shame. Anyway. What else? What else? Meta discussion. Trying to think. Pal World. Of course, Pal World. I've heard nothing positive in specific detail about Pal World. Literally nothing positive. I haven't heard much negative, other than the usual. But I've heard nothing positive either. And you would think that if there were really good positive aspects, that they would break through all of the meta discussion. Nope. Apparently not. Nope. Not happening. I don't understand. Where is it? Where is it? I'm so confused. Here, let's take fire arrows out. Put them there for now. Let's put them here. Or do we do... Let's do... Yeah, no. We'll have Stagbreaker on the side. Stagbreaker is going to be pocket option now for dungeons and shit. Okay, this should be good. We got the at gear. Let's go put more wood in the thing. I can always gather more up from the portal. But yeah, as somebody like deep into these games that likes to do a ton of research on YouTube and like look shit up, the fact that I've seen fucking nothing breaking through the casual discourse about this shit, about these types of games, is very, very telling. It tells me so much. So much. And the fact that I don't see any like real mechanical depth being shown from like a Lost Sphere, and like just looking up the abilities of that and then going back and looking up the abilities of the characters for Chrono Trigger 2, I was like, oh my god. Like it was a painful eureka moment. It was a eureka moment that I didn't want to have for a JRPG with ATB that has so much historical praise and precedent. It is known as one of the best of the best of the very best of classic JRPGs. It is something that I should be immensely biased towards, and the mechanics are fucking basic as shit. Way too basic. Way too basic for its time. And they experimented, and people made games based off of it in the future, and what did they do? It seems like the most recent one, they kept it basic. They kept it basic. How the fuck do you keep it basic and not improve on the formula? Improve on the formula. I'm not going to pay $50 to play the same shit in a different coat of paint. Improve the formula, for the love of God. Anyway. All these games that come out with middling mechanics and terrible ideas that don't improve on certain formulas. Good lord. With whatever prices and nastiness, what am I doing? I gotta get back through the portal. All of these nasty-ass mechanics, or lack thereof, in certain games that are gonna be $30, $40, $50. you know, every time I see something like that, I look at the Valheim update schedule and how slow things have been going. Glacial, you could say. I look at that and I see less pain. I see less and less pain every day. Every new game that I see that has potential, that's mid as hell, that's overpriced, and just talked about in terms that are just way too overrated for what the game actually should be if it was a real classic. It just makes me feel like, it makes me feel good to enjoy Valheim. It makes me feel good that I have this game that I spent $20 on, that was a 320 hour first playthrough, that just early access release, never mind all the shit that they added on since then for free. Never mind that I have over 2,000 hours in it now, even adjusting for loading screen time if I do rough calculations. Never mind all that. Never mind all that. Even if the game was like 50 hours standard, 60 hours standard, and $20 of this quality, even if the game took me to bone mass, okay, I would be so much more pleased with it than whatever fucking nonsense in these genres that I am far more biased towards. Whatever nonsense, whatever modern nonsense is coming out in that regard. What a fucking joke. And I mean, people will say, people will try to defend the Dragon's Dogma 2 microtransactions. Don't do it. Don't try. You look like a fucking fool every time you try. You can't do that. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can't defend it. It's impossible. People will say, well, it's microtransactions, but the microtransactions actually have no impact on the game. And it's like they're not mechanically incentivized at all because it messes with progression or what have you. Then why are they there? Why are they there if it adds no value and it's not even cosmetic? Why is it there in the first place? Huh? Why is it fucking there, genius? Huh? Huh? It's just predatory monetization. Any way you slice it. For a game that is $70 and there's no other good words coming from it that are of any consequence. People just boiling down, just saying the equivalent of, oh, game is good. Game is good. Anybody can fucking say game is good. Okay? That doesn't mean shit. Nobody's saying anything with any sort of real detail, real charm, real experience. I don't even have to play the game, okay? I don't have to play the game. But I'm going to give you guys a better shill for Dragon's Dogma 2 off the top of my dome, based off of gameplay that I've seen off the first one. I didn't even play the first one, because it had arbitrary mob level scaling, which I fucking hate. Should never be in a game. Guess what? It's not in Dragon's Dogma 2. People don't even fucking say that. They don't even mention that it doesn't have this trash-ass mechanic anymore. But that's not the shill. Picture this, okay? Okay. Here you are, in a village, on the beach. You are somebody who has been killed by the dragon. You have been revived. You are the Arisen. There's mystical powers going on, and you have to go out and slay the dragon. You have followers known as pawns. There's specific lore about them. You can customize them. You have a specific one which you can kind of send out in design and in mechanics to the ether. And guess what? Other people can send out theirs. There's a very unique, robust class and skill system where you can go and learn specific abilities and spec them out onto a bar of 4, where you can then use them with shortcuts on your main controls. And then you can very easily mix and match those into custom combos so that you can absolutely dominate enemies, of which there is a huge variety. The adventure is clean. The graphics are great. They're stylized. The character customization is the best that I've ever seen. The combat is very measured, deliberate. What you see from specific weapons can vary over time. There's a variety of weapon buffs that you can slap on them. There's a variety of weapon shops and merchants and NPCs. The dialogue is interesting. People going in and making all sorts of different characters to interact with these fantastic NPCs and quest lines is a joy to watch, and it will be a joy to experience. The different weapon movesets that are split up between all of your different class options are phenomenal. Specifically, I want you to look at Magic Archer and your Mystic Spear Hand. The different shit that you can do there looks fantastic. I love Final Fantasy IX, so nostalgically, the Mystic Spear Hand with its double-handed polearm, or double-bladed polearm, looks amazing. Very neuron activation, but also very tactical at the same time. Moving forward, there's a great deal of monsters that you can actually climb on with their great imposing size. You can get that Monster Hunter-esque, but also Shadow of the Colossus-esque experience by climbing on and dominating certain enemies. Progression is fantastic because you can also take a look at the different classes and invest in them a certain amount. And even though they might not seem very similar, you can get certain abilities and certain perks from one class and have it benefit your end goal class. And because of that, there's a lot of depth to the actual progression when you play. And there's a lot of room for experimenting. It's very incentivized that you experiment with the class system and fully experience what the game has to offer. I don't recommend Dragon's Dogma 2. The game looks stale. People online are saying that it plays the same as the original. The performance is fucking awful. Okay? The microtransactions are terrible. It is $70 fucking dollars. And there's microtransactions. So I don't recommend just supporting that off of business practice principles. The combat looks very stale, even though there's climbing and all of this shit that I just waxed poetic about. That was an act, guys. That was proof that even though I was saying what's technically true about the game, that people could enjoy, that has been the truth from the first and filtered through some of my own memories. Like, I do like Final Fantasy IX a lot. It is my favorite game of all time. It is influencing me towards Mystic Spearhand if I was actually interested in playing that game. I do like Shadow of the Colossus, and Monster Hunter is interesting. Climbing on enemies, getting that type of strategic gameplay and neuron activation is what almost drew me into playing the first one, in the first case. This is very fascinating. It is. But just like how I don't like how many things are just pure damage, and just, I'm gonna deal damage now, I'm gonna deal a bunch of damage now, is also the reason why I'm not really interested in Dragon's Dogma 2. The difficulty also is very limited, especially from what I've seen with the original Dragon's Dogma. It seems like they just want you to be very OP, and I like having myself a decent challenge. It doesn't have to be an extreme challenge. I want a decent challenge. You give me a decent challenge and let me optimize that, and I'm a happy guy. Alright? That's what I like to do. Have you heard of any positive Dragon's Dogma 2 praise that has come even remotely fucking close to what I've mentioned just previously as more of an act? Have you heard anything? I highly fucking doubt you have. I'm mashing X to doubt right the fuck now. I really don't think you have. I haven't seen it. And I'm just that's basic stuff. That's not even the supreme depth that I could get into praising the games that I like. That's superficial for me. And yet, what's superficial is more than what I could see online for praise. And when that's the case, maybe stay away. At least until there's a sale. At least until there's performance patches. At least until maybe the MTX gets a little bit better or removed. Maybe until you can, make more fucking characters than just one without going through hoops and bounds on Steam. No, not in-game. On Steam. Never mind that some people are playing on console and can't even do the Steam hoops and bounds. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Bronze, look at this. Look at all this stuff. How cool is that? Let's go make some more bronze, yeah. Okay, I think I want to make some anvils now and then upgrade my gear. I do want to also make a fermenter eventually this episode too. Let's see. Crafting. Anvils takes fine wood, yeah? Oh no, regular wood. That's fucking sick. Oh, I just have exactly enough. Totally calculated. Guys, I absolutely calculated that. What I did calculate is this little thing here. Calculated. Alright, let's upgrade the gear, yeah? And I also want to upgrade the bronze axe sometime. Let's see. Quick question here. What do we got? We have 4 things in that smelter. Oh, thanks for the copper. 0 things in that smelter. And we've got a whole shit ton of coal in that one. Okay. So we need 8 coal in the other smelter. We've got a decent amount of coal here. Stockpiled. Okay, this should be the one with all the copper in it. Yep. Sweet. But yeah, I've been saying this in a lot of members-only videos, but you gotta look at how people who like a game talk about it in order to try to parse any objective value out of people's subjective musings. You really have to see how people who are biased towards it are praising it. If they were praising it in a lackluster manner, if they were giving it a lot of backhanded compliments, and yet they are biased towards it, stay away. Stay away. That's usually a good indicator that it's not very good. Hey, we got some seeds growing here. That's excellent. Alright, with the quality 2 ant gear, we'll be able to travel around and look for the merchant on land, which is fantastic. I think at this point, let's see, we got the copper here. That's excellent. I do want to make a fermenter. Ooh, that's exactly enough, y'all. I'm going to pretend like I calculated that. Oh no, it's not exactly enough. It's 1 over. Exposed. Let's see. Bronze nails. Do I want to do anything with those? I'll make 1 set of bronze nails. What we got? Carve, cart, all that classic stuff. Item stand. Item stand. That's cool. I'm gonna need more wood. Damn. Fine wood too. Let's put this in here. Just because of the fine wood, I need to get a fermenter. Ooh, let's grab some berries and check on the boars. Holy shit, I have so much boar meat anyway. Oh my god. How we doing, piggies? We got plenty of y'all. Let's get some of you guys outside, yeah? Go on. Go outside. Come on. Out. What? Oh, you can't be serious. Oh, no, you can't squeeze. You can now. Go. Be gone. Yeah, come on. Good pig. Oh, you're... Oh, sweet. Here they come. Go on. Outside. Go ahead. Get out of it. Get out of it. As long as we have Piggleton inside. Stop, Piggleton. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. You're not going anywhere. There's too many of you. Like that. Come back here. Why are the pigs out there angry? Okay, I'm going to gradually fill up this area with hogs. Slowly but surely. Why are you upset? What are you aggroed at? Is there a grayling on the other side here somewhere? No. What's going on with you? Oh, you're fine over there. I think I'm gonna have to up carrot production for them, maybe? I don't know. Fellas, this is kind of ridiculous. You should not be here. Fellas, stop. Can we stop? You know what? I have the secret. I have the secret. Food. Lads. Lads, we have grub. Gentlemen. Thank you. Let's get this door back here. Nope, you're not. Nope, Piggleton. You made a fatal error. Come outside. Piggleton. Come outside. Piggleton. What are you doing? Hey! Boar. Piggleton. What? His eyes is on the prize, clearly. Oh. Well, I mean, a different prize, but sure. You know what? Fuck it. We'll leave these doors open. We have walls on the outside, so... You know, Piggleton can wander whenever he wants. Aha! Success. Alright. Sweet. That was a bit of a hassle, but that's fine. I'm not going to be harpooning these lads. Fine wood. Do we have fine wood in here? No, core wood. What about downstairs? No. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna have to get some fine wood. That's fine. Haha. Ah! Well, hello there. And goodbye. I don't know if I want to chop down that oak. I don't think I will. There should be more oaks. Aha! That'll do. I need 30 wood for this fermenter, and then we can start making mead bases and shit. And once we have that production rolling in terms of not only carrots and seeds, but meads as well, then we're really cooking. Hopefully we can get some acorns. No, unlucky. Oh, bonjour. Goodbye. Oh, how's that? Got him. Sniperholic. All right. $28. I need some. How are you not aggro, sir? What, did you just spawn? The view. Ah! Why am I just realizing it's like extra cool with this runestone here? Change spear to at gear, and I agree. Or you can change the spear animation, and I would agree. What? Oh, the raspberries. Okay. Pigs? Where have you gone? Oh, there's one. Piggleton. And the bull. So they're just going to free roam, free range, all that. And eventually, once the fellas on the inside have bred a lot again and have repopulated this sort of area, I'm going to let more and more out. And eventually they will just fill up this area and breed a ton on the outside. At which point, the pigs on the inside I can stop feeding, which sounds very cruel, but eh. That's what's mechanically incentivized. Okay, resin. Perfect. We can put this regular wood away. Get the bronze. Let's see. Oh, I have to have a forge nearby. Oh. Wee. Oh, I need to make more towers in Valheim, man. The verticality when progressing finally to the Feather Cape point is just going to be on another level. I think that's what I'll try to get my friends to do once we start up our Ashlands run. We're going to have a new player, at least one new player, so it's going to be so good to have some sort of interesting architectural style to learn off of, and I mean, Feather Cape, once we hit that point, it's just going to be so fun to fuck around with the base. It's going to be so good. Like this jumping off the second floor is already cool in Valheim. I gotta make that clear. Just to do that and have it be all sorts of convenient and satisfying with the Feather Cape. Alright, now let's make a bunch of mead bases. Let's see. Grab honey. Raspberries. Ooh. Let's start with that. Let's grab 20. Start with 2 of those. And then I want 2 of the health. No, I don't. I want 2 tasty, 2 health. So let's grab 40 blueberries. Is it 40 blueberries? Or is it 20? And then or is it 10? It might just be 10. Let's start with 10. 2 and 2, 2 and 2. No, it's 20. I was right. Ay, ay, ay. Uh-huh. And then we need 2 dandelions. Perfect. Oh, I suppose I should also make some poison res. Okay. Minor stam is the most important here. We'll make 2 of those. Tasty is the next. Again, you're going to dominate your encounters with stam. You will survive with health, but you will dominate with stam. Ooh, I need more raspberries and such. Here, in you go. Well, the worst one is fermenting now, so that's unfortunate. Let's just put them in with the fish, why not? So we've got 1 health and then 2 of each, yeah? Others. So let's make another health. And we need some more honey. Let's grab 30 of that. Just because I'm going to want the poison res too. 2 necktails. I'm going to need that coal. Where's the thistle? 10 thistle. And I need 20 coal. Okay, here's the last miner. Poison res. Eventually I'll get a ton more fermenters. Just for now, the 1 is fine. Okay. Wood. I need 18. Alright, let's get to planting. Whew, clicking, clicking, clicking. Alright, there we go. 45 planted. Very nice. Wrong chest. Well then. Here we are. Oh, 3 copper. Let's get a workbench for that copper. What do we got? 17. Okay. Just so that this thing doesn't despawn. And now, it's time for adventure. The adventure to find the merchant. And kill more trolls for my cape. And such. Ooh, the double kill. Ah yes, adventure calls. And after this adventure is done, then it's carve time, and Bronze Age by boat is going to be much more satisfying. But doing such with the belt is going to be even better. Let's find that dastardly merchant. Where are you? I guess he's not dastardly anymore. He was a very... He had a very short-lived cranky phase, we could say. Yeah, it is real exploring hours. I've been confined to this area, just building up and building up and building up. A new adventure begins. Hello, dear. Okay. Ooh, we got a runner. Not anymore. Yeah, I want all these mats. Oh, done and done. Fella did not have good aggro. Bird. Ah, unfortunate. Ooh, new lands. We got a Grey Dwarf Tower. This is the perfect time for an ant gear to pop off. Bring it on. Let's get some levels. Projectile approach and parry. Well, they're very spaced out, so I mean, might as well go to Poke City when we can. Oh, I thought I was going to get a double kill. Oh well. Let's pass on that fine wood now that we've got easy access to it. Where does tin come from? Oh, it came from the barrel. That can go. Another Grey Dwarf Tower. Excellent. Maybe we can get a brute here. That would be cool. No brutes. We got a 1-star. Okay. Couple of 1-stars. Never underestimate the spin and walk. By the time the enemy gets to you, the amount of stamina that you got back is going to be much more than you used. But only use that when it's the right time. If you can dominate, then dominate. Even if your stamina goes down to the relative wire, you can dominate. If it means that, well, if you're done with the encounter, you'll just get all your stam back. So, not too much of an issue. We've got really nice coastal copper here. I don't know if I'll need it with all of this coastal copper. We'll see. We will find out. Love getting all the flint head arrows from these tower chests. That's excellent. It's a good stock up for trolls. Bird. Oh, I should have done a jump shot. Okay, I can grab this thistle. We have a troll cave here. This is going to be a good stopping point. Because it's almost nighttime too. There we go, nighttime. We're looping back around as well, which is nice. But there's so much east and west to do as well. Potentially south. I don't exactly know. Alright. Let's set the portal back up in here. Very nice. See if we can't get this troll downed. Two-star? There's nothing in here. No troll means no chests. Question is, oh yeah, coins. I like that. Any amount of valuables is going to be good for making sure you get that belt, that Megan Gjord. Ooh, I'll discard the deer meat at this point. No thank you. Rubies. I need to discard something else. What do I ditch? Resin. Okay, that's good. That's a good Troll Cave haul. Well over 100 coins worth. Like, no, really good for no chests, that is. No troll, no chests. Good haul. Whoops. Let's get the stone back. We can put some bones in. No, it's no decorational value in that, I don't think. Except for your bone tower shield, but I'll wait on that. More wood. Let's get the deer trophies in here. And we can put the others back in the crafting house. Whoops, the bones. Bones, feathers. Alright. Thanks for watching. Next episode, we really expand the journey, keep production going. Just trying to find that merchant and then some. Get ourselves out west. Maybe east, south, you name it. I want to find them. Really make that Bronze Age good. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.